right, yo, what is up, my BK Birdies? Welcome back to Encourage Corner. Whoop, 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 whoop. So, how are my listeners doing? You guys doing okay? Having a good day? A good night? Good afternoon? Morning? Yeah, it's night here, and my day hasn't been too bad. It's been pretty good day. Had to teach my 3rd grade babies. Took a lot out of me, a lot of energy, and damaged vocal cords because they like to scream at the top of their lungs and don't know how to be quiet. But it's okay. It's okay. I get to rest tomorrow because tomorrow, as you guys know, is Wednesday, and Wednesday means 3 classes. Yes. That is the best. Woo. So, welcome back. This is episode 2 for season 3. As you guys know, season 3 is the season of features, and this episode is no different. So, originally, episode 2 was supposed to be with my sibling, but as you know, there was technical difficulties and stress, and the struggle is real with technology. So that got pushed back. But it's okay. You guys got a nice pocket positive with a lot of juicy stories. So hopefully you guys listened to that. Hopefully you guys listened to that. Blink, blink. Blink, blink. But this episode is no different as well, for we have 2 special features. They were featured in season 2, so we had to bring them back. Guys, introduce yourselves. Say hello to the people.
Hi.
Hi.
It's me. I'm Ariel. Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
And it's Nia.
Woo.
Glad to be here.
Oh yeah. Ariel, where are you speaking from? Where are you coming from?
I'm speaking to you from Seoul, South Korea.
Wow. Nice. What about you, Nia?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeehaw!
Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. Yeehaw. Home of the, what is the home of? Home of the Braves.
Peaches.
Home of the Braves.
Home of the Braves.
Yeah, they're still the Braves. Yeah.
Home of the Braves.
Georgia
the Atlanta
Peaches.
Hawks.
Oh, I saw something the other day, and it was like where the place of tea.
Huh?
I've never heard that.
What?
Yeah, I was like, what are you telling people?
That's my
says that?
first time hearing that one.
I've never
Yeah, it
heard
was like
that.
peaches and tea, and I was like, no, we're not.
Well, maybe they mean like the iced tea, but like even so, yeah, I've never heard that at all.
Well, that's what I don't know. Maybe it was Delta, but that's what one airline is telling foreigners that we're.
Oh no.
The whole of the peaches and
I
tea.
feel like some people are gonna be let down.
Well, yeah, and then like Georgia doesn't even have that many peaches. I think like most of our like stuff is like blueberries and peanuts. So
Yeah.
We just
Well,
like
but
false
I guess-
advertising.
yeah.
I mean, when
Well,
we do have peaches, they're pretty good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I got a peach tree in my backyard, so I guess we are. But I'd rather be a Georgia peach than like a Georgia peanut.
Nut.
A Georgia nut. A Georgia nut.
Oh my god.
Wow. Back on topic. So the lovely song you guys are listening to in the background, well, not you guys are hearing silence, but my listeners, the song you're listening to is by LMI. Is that how you say her name? I'm not saying it wrong.
LMA.
Oops, I said LMA. And dang it. See, I looked this up beforehand, and I was like, all right, I got this. And I still said it wrong. LMA, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. But if you're listening to this, yay! If you're listening, yay! Woohoo! Anyway, we're doing your song. How? The song. The name of the song is called How. And it's actually a really good song to vibe to. So I will add this to the Encourage Corner playlist that is available on Spotify. So please, follow that playlist so you can have all the list of songs, at your, what word am I looking for?
Fingertips.
Available. There you go, fingertips. Yes, disposal, whatever. Well, don't dispose of it, I want you to listen to it. Anyway, yeah, you can find all the songs from every single episode on there, listed in order, including this song. After I'm done editing this, I'll add it on there. So, yeah. By the time you listen to this episode, it'll be on there. So, yeah. So, for this episode, there's a special title. It took me a while to think of this title. And I'd like to thank the movie Holes for this. Have you guys ever seen the movie Holes?
Of course.
I have not actually. I am.
You haven't seen
out of the loop. Look, I'm uncultured.
No.
I'm uncultured.
I've watched that movie like 100 times.
That is
like,
one of my favorite movies. That's one of my favorite movies.
I hear great things about it. I just never saw it when I was a kid, and I never went back and watched it.
Well, you got to
watch
but then, like,
it
since you haven't watched it, you won't get this title. But I guess, like, Nia will. But it's fine. Like, I think you'll like it either way. Because it's funny. At least to me, it's funny. So the title of this episode is You No Good, Dirty, Rotten, Pig-Stealing, Two-Faced Liar.
Well, I do still enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's a
given
great
me
title.
You've given me some amusement. I am amused.
Great. That's what I was aiming for. And the thing is, I was struggling of like what to name this episode. And then I was just like, I opened my other phone and it happened to have like one of the songs from Holes on there. So I thought about Holes and then this just popped up. So here we go. Title of the episode. So that's going to be interesting to type out and write or display. But I have to display the whole thing though, because it won't work if I'm just like putting like YNGDRPS two-faced liar. So yep.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I should do it like that and then put, yeah, if you know, you know. Or you have to listen to find out what does all this gibberish mean. But with all that being said, the main topic is about breakups and similar situations.
Oh, yay.
Do
I get to roast people then? Or is this the roast hour?
Yeah. I mean, like, so there's 3 parts. And, like, I think part 1 is probably where... Well, no, part 1 and part 2 is probably where you can, like, issue out or dish out the roasting. But part 1 is mostly, like, you're gonna kind of pull from experiences. And you don't have to name drop. You can name change. You don't even have to, say their names at all. Just, share any type of experience that you're comfortable with sharing. And I guess, like, each one of us can do one. And it doesn't have to specifically be, like breakups. That's why I put, like, similar situations as well. Because, like, the situation that I want to share falls along, like, the similar situation type thing more than, like, the, like, breakup part. So... yeah, we can like each, share a little something, Yeah. Does that sound good?
Okay.
I'll try. I'm ready.
Sweet. Okay, so with part 1, so in her song, I kind of just pulled just the 2, like the first 2 sentences that she says is, oh, like, how could you talk? How could you switch it up for me in my darkest hour? And I just felt like just those 2 are just very good kind of segue into like any type of like experience that you've had like with someone or a dude or whoever, that just was one way at one point and then just just switched it up, and I just messed everything up, and it just went downhill from there. So, yeah. Anyone want to volunteer on going first?
Well, I feel like I have to step up because I have an ex-boyfriend that I'd love to talk trash about. What's crazy is like he's not that bad, but like he was my only long-term relationship. So, and he did me wrong. So even though, like, in the grand scheme of things, he's not the worst man out there. In fact, he's probably a considerably good man, but I still have things to say. So...
Well, this is your platform. This is the time.
Yeah!
Let's go. Let's go.
I won't name drop him because I know he's really sensitive about having information about him on the internet. So we're gonna call him Hiccup. Because that's what I feel like calling him right now. Because hiccups are mildly annoying, and that's how I feel every time a thought about him comes back up. I am mildly annoyed. So
that's hilarious.
Right? So we're gonna go by Hiccup. Hiccup. I dated him for 2 years. And I've never been in like a long-term relationship outside of that. And so I didn't really know, like, I guess what it was supposed to feel like. So looking back, I'm like, wow, I should have broke up with him a lot sooner. But your girl's fresh. Your girl was new. I didn't know. So, but basically, this man did not do any emotional lifting in the entire relationship. So, like, everything was on me the whole time. Who asked to be boyfriend, girlfriend? Me. Who said I love you first? Me. Who brought up marriage first? Me. He was just vibing and having a good time. And he was nothing about, like, the planning of the future or interest in our relationship. It was not there. He was just there to vibe and have a good time. Yeah. And so for me, I had never been in a relationship like that before. So I was also vibing and having a good time. And where it got ugly is I got sick. I got polyps. And yes, this is where it all started to fall apart. So I had uterine polyps, and the first step of treatment is they gave me hormones for 10 days, and then I was supposed to have a bad time in hopes that they would fall out, basically. And so we were supposed to go to see a movie together, and he had like a wedding in the afternoon. And like, if you know anything about Korean weddings, you know, they're very like, you're in and you're out. It's not like a whole day affair. So, like, he messages me at 4 and is like, the movie's at like 6:30 or whatever. I don't remember the exact time, but he was like, we're not gonna like make it. And I was like, huh? But it's like, we got time. You have a car. And I was like, is it? And he was like, traffic is just so bad. And I was like, is it my location? I can go to another subway station. But like, I told him, I was like, I feel like so icky right now. And I'd like to not be in my house. And he was just like, we're gonna have to do a rain check. I know I already have plans with my friends tomorrow, but like, maybe I can meet you afterwards. And then he goes radio silent for 2 hours. And then later is like, I'm sorry, I just had to take a nap. I was dying.
Oh my god.
And just, it didn't communicate any of that to me. And like, in my head, I looked it up because, you know, I know where the theater is. And I looked up the traffic, and I was like, we could have made it.
Not bad.
It wasn't that bad. And so I was like, if you were just tired, you could have told me that. You didn't have to like lie because you were worried about hurting my feelings and then go take a nap for 2 hours. Like,
it's not that hard.
Huh?
I mean, honestly, he could have taken a nap at the movies.
Well, and he could have
fall asleep.
Well, he could have taken a nap at my house. Like, because he was not that far from me. He could have come and taken a nap at my house. But no, he went all the way back to his house. And so that was already like, that was like the start of the end. because that was like so weird, and I don't know why that happened. And the next day, I already knew something was afoot, because basically he was going out with his friends, and before he even went out, he was like, yeah, like, if I can, I'd like to meet you afterwards. But, oh man, these friends sure like to drink. And, oh man, if I got really drunk, I don't want to, like, come over to your house like that. And I told him, I was like, I feel so, like, sick and gross right now, and I'd appreciate it if you could come over here. And he was like, okay, just letting you know. And so I'm, like, waiting for, like, hours and hours, and then finally at like 7 or 8 in the evening, he's like, I'm drunk. And I was like,
that's not even that late. 7 or 8. Wow.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, once he got back, I told him I was really upset with him. And then he knew I was really upset, so he came to my house the next day. But basically, I tried to have like a conversation with him about it. And all of a sudden, he's opening up to me about all this stress that he was hiding from me the whole time about like his like work or whatever, because he was getting his doctorate. So he had all this stress about like the path that he was going down and what job he was going to get when he was going to graduate. And he took like me being like disappointed in him because he wasn't properly communicating with me, and he left me out to dry when I was feeling really sick, and he kind of took that and just turned it into the sob story hour for himself. And you know, that made like, and at the time I was like, oh, he's finally up and opening up to me, so I want to reward him. And you know, I was like trying to be all like, oh, I'm there for you, whatever. But then like when the next time we went on a date, I was feeling some type of way still, because like I met up with him and I was like, I'm looking at you and I'm not happy with you. And so I try to communicate of like, I feel like you're not taking me seriously, because he has a polyp, like, I don't know exactly where, I want to say like in his gallbladder or something. And he was like, I didn't even know I had it until I went in for my medical checkup, and it came up on the ultrasound, but like there's no symptoms. And I'm like, my polyps are not like that. And like,
it's completely different.
It's completely different. And so I was like, I feel like you're not listening to me and you're not taking me seriously. And not only that, but like the rain check date that we had was going to see a Marvel movie. That's what he wants to do. So not only that, but it's like after we just had this whole like bad weekend, we're now going to see a movie that he wants to see. That I don't even really care about. I'm just going because he likes it. And so like I told him I was upset with him and stuff, and then he just got really quiet and was like, well, I just feel bad and I don't know what to say. And like at the time, I got really like, oh my god, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Like we can try to bring this positive again. But that is like that like solidified it. I was like, wait a second, I can't do this. Like I can't be with someone that I can't like have a conversation with. And I feel like I was valid in being disappointed, and he was doing nothing to step up. He wasn't going out aside from like coming over on Monday, which is something he doesn't normally do. Like, but again, aside from coming over and having his little sob story hour, like, he didn't do anything else that week to make up for it. Like, all I got was like one sorry, basically. And then, like, going on a date that he wanted to go on. So I told him the next week, I was like, I'm not happy in our relationship. I gave him a list of reasons why. I was like, also, like, he was very, like, I'm not sure, like, because I started bringing up marriage, and he started being like, well, I don't know, because I don't know, like, what my past's gonna be. And so I was like, if you need to tell me, like, do you see me in your life, yes or no? A week goes by, he still doesn't know. So then the next week I was like, I can't do this anymore. And at the time I was really torn up and really upset about it, because I wanted to marry him and I thought he was the one. But like now that I'm over it, I'm like, wow, I was really doing everything. I was really doing everything. And he was doing nothing. He was just vibing. So I'm really glad I got out of that one and didn't stick around, because he was just not emotionally available in the way that I needed him to be. So, Hiccup, you suck.
Yes.
I hope you get minorly inconvenienced. I hope you pop a tire. So, bye, Hiccup.
Or stuff like hit your toe against like the furniture.
Yeah. He was just so selfish. He only cared about like his own career path, and he was just really selfish. So I hope you're minorly inconvenienced, Hiccup. And you live and you learn.
And just a note just to note, Ariel is giving you guys a quick notes version, but it actually was like way worse than she's making it seem right now.
Yeah.
So
I was really upset about it.
Yeah, you got
It
this
was my
with this
first
Spark Notes,
love.
Cliff Notes.
It was my first love, so like I was going through it, and like I was like questioning myself while it was happening. I was like, am I like doing the right thing? But now that it's
He's a
over,
jerk.
I know I did the right thing. So I'm glad
Yeah,
I
you
trusted
did.
myself.
Yeah, and then it makes sense, like just to have like such strong emotions over it, because you did say like it is your first love, and like you really cling on to that. Like it's literally your first relationship, first like true like love and everything like that. You're like, oh my gosh, rose tinted glasses and everything, honeymoon, vibing, everything like you said. Like you guys were just like vibing it out and stuff. You thought everything was good until it wasn't, and then like the bubble literally burst, and you're like, oh man. So it was really like this the entire time, like where he's like just super like hyper focused on like just his work and his career and stuff. And then like from like the other stories and things that I've known, like he would trickle out of it like every now and then, like when he had, what was it, baby fever for like a little bit or something.
Yeah,
like his friends,
all his friends
or
were
whatever
having all his friends were having babies, and then all of a sudden that was just gone.
Poof. like nope, it was here, now it isn't, it's gone. Like, was it ever?
Yeah, and I think that what made it worse and why you're probably questioning yourself is like he's not a bad person, and so it's like tiny things that like start adding up. And I think that a lot of people go through the same thing where like if someone does something like really bad, then you can say like, oh, I'm not gonna be with this person because they're terrible for doing this. But it's like tiny things that by themselves might not be that terrible, but it's like over time, if the person is like they don't take accountability for their actions, or they seem to not care about like how you feel.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only like accept that for so long. So the good thing is that you realized that and you got out before it's too late.
Yeah, I got out before it was too late.
Yeah,
Because imagine being married to him, he's not gonna change.
Oh no, because he would have just
that
been
turns
focused on his career. And actually, one of the teachers at my school, like after like talking to her a lot, I'm like, oh my god, she's exactly the same as him. And like she literally just lost her best friend over like she was studying really hard for this test for the past 2 years. And so she told me, she confided in me. So sorry, I'm telling her business, but she confided in me that like, oh, my best friend sent me this as soon as like the test was over. My best friend sent me this whole message that was like, I can't do this anymore because like I feel like you're being really selfish in our relationship, and that like I'm always there for you but you're not there for me. And so like I like just watching that, I was like, that would have been him, because his whole life he's just going to be working really hard for this career path, which like if that's his goal in life, that's valid. But what's not valid is like he knows that that's not my goal in life, and it's very selfish of him to not like be putting in his part of the relationship. And if he knows that our values don't align, he should be talking about that with me.
Right.
Yeah.
And not just like pretending that it's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, that's right. And like you said, like these little small things, they add up. And if he doesn't fix it then, it's not going to be fixed later. It just becomes a bigger problem or a bigger issue. Like, and then if you're married to him, it's like, well, you're stuck with it. Like, this is literally what you signed up for because you knew already. So, I don't know. That
Emotional labor is very real.
It is real.
And women usually just take the brunt of that, but no.
I will not be signing up for that. So
Me either.
I mean, you just gotta like have good balance. I mean, because like it's not a bad thing like to be focused on like your studies or like chasing your dream and all that stuff, but you gotta have balance in between like that and then like the relationships that you have around you, because if you're only focused on yourself, then like you're gonna lose everyone else. So spend time, like
It's
have
also
that time.
crazy. It's just also crazy, like, if you're that focused, then why are you in a relationship? Like, it seems like the two don't match well, and if you were like, I'm really grinding, I'm really trying to get this goal, then one would think that you wouldn't be in a relationship because you would be so busy doing whatever it takes to reach your goals. So it's just like, I don't know. I didn't like when Hiccup was going through all of that crap. It sounded like such an excuse that I was just like, whatever.
Yeah. Definitely.
Maybe like Hiccup had like a hiccup in like time or whatever, where it's like this pause and moment where he's like, I'm lonely. Like, I want to be with someone. And then, Ariel gets sucked in. It's like, all right, continue, and then, continue on like hyper focus and all that stuff. And then forget about the hiccup of wanting, a relationship and being lonely and all that stuff. It's like, all right. It's like one of those like achievements. And it's like, okay, put you on the shelf. Trophy.
Yeah.
Yay, I have someone. Okay, keep going.
Because that's what it felt like to me, is he was just like, yeah, I have a girlfriend, which is like a status symbol. So he's just like, I can say that I have a girlfriend and we go on dates and it's great. But then like nothing else. Like there was no other investment into the relationship other than that. He just liked having like the label.
The surface.
If I'm just being honest, because I'm a very pessimistic person, I just feel like he was lying. If I have to be honest, he kept saying he was so busy, and I'm just like, I feel like he's at work or wherever he was at, like on his phone. Like I just don't think like the things that he was saying he couldn't do, I was just like, that doesn't make any sense, and I think that you're just lying. And I think that it was because you were asking him about the future, and I find that like a lot of my friends who have dated in Korea, the guys will just be like, I'm really into my job, like I really want to do this and I might have to study abroad and all of that. And I just feel like it's excuses because they don't want to have to answer to the fact that they're just not putting you in their future. Like they're thinking about themselves solely instead of just being honest, and they're gonna make all of these things because, as we all know, his career goal was pretty much unattainable. And he's been told that by multiple people. So it's like, I don't know why you would study that hard for something that is just at this point not gonna happen. But
yeah, he was convinced that he was built different. Part of me like wants to look up to see if like he ever published any more theses, because he was acting like, oh, to get this job I'm gonna have to publish like 5 theses before I graduate. And it was like, okay, you have one. You have one.
It's gonna take him a decade.
So like after 2 years he had one. So it was like, and he had finished writing another one, but it hadn't been accepted yet. And like, it was just like everything he was going for was so unobtainable. And there was just no balance. So it was like, you could have me and have a happy relationship and also be working towards this. But he had put himself also on like this impossible timeline. Because as soon as he graduated, he wanted to become a professor on a tenure track, which is just a completely unobtainable goal in Korea, because that is probably one of the most competitive jobs. And then on top of that, because of the like path that he chose, that it's like he only really had 2 possible like departments he could go into, and one of them was so competitive he was never going to make it in, and that only left him with one other choice. So he really didn't set himself up for success at all.
No. Well, it is what it is. And then I'm just going to insert, good, dirty, rotten, pig stealing, two-faced liar. Hiccup.
That's right.
Yay.
Hiccup, you suck.
Hiccup.
Woo! Well, good riddance. Yay.
Good riddance. I'm like happier without him. Like, I'm glad that I don't have to like spend time every week thinking about what date we're gonna go on. Like, now I can just do what I want.
Just live your life, be yourself.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you. All right. Nia, do you want to go or should I go?
I'll go. I still don't know really what I'm talking about, but I guess I'll just because I just feel like, honestly, for me, I don't think that I have like a breakup, like very traumatic. Like, I'm just thinking about the song, like Switch Up. But I have like parted ways with people, and I think, I don't know. I think I'll talk about someone that we all 3 know, but I won't say their name. But
Okay.
I'll just talk about a friend that I had for a long time, and we were really close. We were like sisters, and yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
I know. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Yeah,
you know.
So, I guess the downfall of the entire relationship, in which they tell you not to do this, I guess, is that we started living together. And so, but I will say personally, I didn't feel like it was a bad experience. I lived with another close friend of mine as well, and it worked out fine because like we know each other. So I didn't think that it was gonna be an issue, and I still feel that I didn't really have an issue at that time. But it's hard to talk about because I don't really still know what happened to this day. So it's like I can't really give you guys a full like what happened and what else happened. But I'll just say that really close. We lived together, and I thought this was gonna be like a great time because, you know, living with your best friend sounds like the dream.
Yeah.
Because you get to see each other all the time, and you spend like time with each other all the time anyway. But just thinking back, like even when we moved in, like coming back from the summer, like just something like the vibes were off, and she didn't really seem the same as usual. And I thought that she just had stress. Obviously, your last year of college can be very stressful if you don't know what you're gonna do. And so I just thought that she was like really stressed out, and I tried to talk to her about it. But she didn't really, like when I asked her, she said she was fine. And she had like some personal stuff that I felt like was making her stressed out as well. But I won't share that because it's, you know, her business.
Personal,
but, so it just seemed like we weren't talking to each other or like hanging out with each other like we used to. And another one of our friends lived kind of like 30 minutes in between, like midpoint in between where our families lived. So a lot of times, like on the weekend, I would go and see her because there's just more stuff to do there than where we went to school. So I would ask her if she wanted to come, and she'd be like, no, I'm fine. And I just felt like we weren't like hanging out at all, and we weren't talking. And I didn't feel like that the year prior, so I don't know what that was about. But anyway, so that's just the scene. It's like we're not really talking to each other. We live together. I think there were some things that she was probably mad at me about, like just living together wise, like about washing dishes and stuff. Mind you, I'm not saying that
typical.
I didn't wash dishes, but I'm just saying the way and the method of washing the dishes was different. So
okay.
yeah, so it wasn't like I was just leaving stuff like being gross. It wasn't that. But I think that we had some like conflict over that, and conflict over like house maintenance. I'm pretty like chill about house maintenance. I don't think that she was. But instead of like talking about it, which I think you guys know me, I'm pretty much like, if we have a problem, we should just talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm not one to be like, let's just like hold on to it, or don't come to me because I'm your friend. I feel like if we're friends, like it should be easier for you to say like, stop effing doing this. So
Exactly.
so yeah, I felt like there was some of that, but we just really didn't talk to each other. We didn't really have any of the same classes because it's upper level, and we didn't major in the same thing. But we did. We were in the same like extracurricular activity, so one would think we would talk about that, but we didn't even talk about that. And so it all culminated to this point in which I feel like she was doing something to me on purpose, even though she said it was an accident. And the reason I feel that way is because if it's an accident, that happens like one time, maybe twice. This was like consistently happening for weeks.
Okay.
And everybody around us knew what was happening, because I would be like, I can't believe she did this, and they'd be like, that's crazy. And so then it became like a whole joke. I can say what it is. She was basically like locking me out of the like house, because we had like a top lock that's you can only unlock from the inside, and she would lock it before I came home. And my last year was like really crazy, and I didn't sleep basically for a whole year because I would work. I had the club that we were in. Then I would study at the library until 2 o'clock in the morning every day. And then I would come home, and then I would get back up at like 6 o'clock. Right. So I would come home at 2 o'clock, and I remember like the first time she wouldn't answer the phone and she wouldn't wake up, so I had to like go all the way around because it's townhomes, so they're connected. So I had to go all the way around every single townhome and go through the back to get in. And so I like asked her, I was like, "Hey, you locked me out last night," and she was like, "Oh, I thought you were home." And I was like, "You thought I was at home?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "But you didn't check?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, okay. I found it harder to believe because, one, I had a car and I parked the car in front of the house. So if you just looked out the window and the car's not there, I'm not there. But also, and what killed me the most is that you're saying that you have no idea when someone's in the house or not in the house. Like, you just sit in your house and you don't know who's there and who's not there. And so that's what I said to her, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't know." So anyway, for weeks, she keeps doing this. Like, once every week, she would lock me out. And so I would like bang on the door, and then she would open it, and I was like, "Why are we doing this? You know, like, you have to get up to let me in." One would think you would just stop doing that, but she wouldn't. So this all gets to the point. I talked to her like twice about it. And I'm also one that I don't know why I'm like this, but I really give people 3 chances and then I'm kind of done. So I talked to her like
3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah, I talked to her like 3 times. She kept doing it. So I devised a plan. And this was kind of hard because she would beat me home because, again, I was really busy. So she would always get home before me. So one day I got home before her, and I was like, my revenge. Like, I obviously talking is not getting through to you. Maybe if you're locked out one time, then you'll understand how annoying that is to be locked out of your house. So yeah, and it was like 5, 6 o'clock. I locked the door.
Nice.
I locked the door, and then I went and I took a shower, and I hear her like banging on the door from in the shower, and I'm just taking my time because I'm like, no, you left me out at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to go walk through the woods, like to get to the back of our house. Like, no. Meanwhile, she's like calling every single person that we know in common, and it's like, does anybody know where Nia is? I can't get in touch with her, and I'm locked out. And so finally, she calls my mom, and my mom calls me, right? And I'm in the shower, so I answer the phone. I'm like, "Hey, Mom." She's like, "Where are you? So-and-so says they can't find you. Like, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm in the shower." And then my mom was like, "I'm not doing this shit with you." I hung up the phone. And so I got out of the shower, and I like let her in. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I like locked it because I was in the shower." And then, I mean, it was petty. I can agree to that. Was it the right thing to do? Probably not. But did it work? Yes. I never got locked out again. So I feel like, you know, I don't know. But just after that, I felt like really bad. Not about locking her out. I felt bad about like the way the relationship was in general. And and I remember I was talking to a friend that I had, and I was saying like, I don't understand like what's going on. Like we haven't had a fight. Like, we're the same people. I've known her for like, at that time it was like 8 years. That's a long time. So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And you know, she's still a friend to me. Like, I think she's my sister. Like we're still friends. Like, I don't know. And then she told me, she's like quite a bit older than me, but she told me then, she was like, "Are you being friends with her because like you like her and you want to be friends with her? Or are you being friends with her because of nostalgia, because you guys were friends?" And so like I really had to think about that, and I was like, honestly, at this point, like we don't talk to each other. We don't have, I don't know if we have anything in common because I don't know what she's doing. Like, you guys know what I was into in college, and Like, I don't know if she liked the same thing. So after my friend told me that, I like really thought about it, and I was like, you're right. It's just like, because we've known each other for 8 years and we've been friends for 8 years, like, I don't want to lose a friend that I've had for that long, especially over like seemingly nothing. So I really had to think about it, and I was just like, yeah, she's right. I guess it's just like nostalgia. And so then after that, I was like, I guess we're not friends anymore. But the whole situation is just really weird. There's like more elements to it than that, but that's like the main thing. It's just, I guess if we're talking about the song, she really just switched up randomly, and that was crazy.
Yeah, that fits really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
Perfectly, actually.
Yeah. And this is not, I just want everybody that's listening to know that all of our friends, because we went to high school and college together, so we know a lot of people. They all also agree that she's like, they don't know what happened. So it's not just me. I don't want anybody to think like I just was like being a dirty housemate. That's not it.
Like, it's not
something actually was going on. Yeah.
I mean, it all makes sense. I mean, sometimes like with like friendships and stuff, like you do have like that fallout time, or like if you known each other, say like from like elementary school or middle school or high school, and then like say like you go to like a different college or something like that, it's kind of like hard to like keep up with each other sometimes, and then like you just have like that natural kind of like fallout, unless like you're just like so close that, you know, like you just, you know, I don't know, have like catch up time, like kind of like how we do like every month. We're like, oh yeah, let's catch up, what you guys been up to, you know, like if it's like that. But then like with your situation though, it's like after like a summer or something like that apart, and then you come back, and then it's just like it's different. The atmosphere is just different. Something changed. So like maybe it's just like the summer is like the key thing, like something happened during the summer that maybe like just her mindset or like, you know, just changed, and it just, I don't know, the friendship just wasn't the same. Just you both aren't into the same things, different classes, like not much time spent together. I mean, you can like live together, but then like still also not see the person that much at all, especially like in college. Like I spent majority of my time at the art building. I lived there, so I just went home to like shower or something like that. But
yeah, exactly.
So just like being roommates and stuff, like I guess like it didn't really like help much. So it's just like passing by a friend every now and then it just starts to twinkle apart. Yeah,
I think also it's really hard because I'm not a person that like, if we're friends, like we're friends for life. I don't stop having friends. I'm still friends with like I'm still friends with the person I was friends with when I was 2. So like I don't stop being friends with people just because like we don't see each other. Like I still consider someone a friend. I think that was like the first time that nothing happened. Like I've lost friends because like we've had a falling out, but there was an actual action that happened that I was like, this is why we're not friends. Yeah, but like this was the first time I felt like I guess like two people just like pull away from each other. I don't know. It's not like something that like we didn't get in an argument and that's why we're not friends. It was nothing like that. So I don't know. It was just weird. It was kind of hard for me because like I never experienced that before in my life. So
yeah, sounds like you just drifted away.
Yeah,
but her behavior was quite strange.
It really was.
Suddenly,
just like it's like it could have been a much more peaceful drifting away, but there was turmoil because her actions were so strange.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yep. Interesting. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Like, I have other friends, so I think it's always great to just have people who, like, I don't know. It doesn't take much, I think, to be a friend to someone, so it's for the best to like just have people who actually want to be your friend and like care about you and like don't lock you out of your house. That's the main
moral
message.
Of the story. Moral of the story: don't lock your friends out the house, guys. It's not pretty. It's not a fun time.
No.
I was locked out of. Well, I wasn't locked out. Well, I lost the key and nobody was at home, so I couldn't get in. I don't even remember how did I get in. I think I just had to like go
kinda
somewhere
sucks.
else. I had to go somewhere else and wait. It's not a fun time. And then like at 2:00 in the morning though, and then having to go around a building, and then there's like forest and trees. There could be weirdos out there. Yeah, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, also
danger.
Yeah, and dangerous. I mean also like imagine if someone's watching me from the imagine you live in one of the other houses and you see someone walking your backyard at 2:30 in the morning. Like,
oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's not a good look. So
nope.
I was not happy about that at all.
And rightfully
I don't think I would be either. Yeah, you're right to be, irritated. Like, especially because like it didn't just happen once; it kept happening over the course of a week or so. So yeah, that is very annoying. And you're just like, stop it.
I mean, we're talking like months.
Oh, never mind.
It had to be 2 months at least. Yeah,
2 months
that she was doing this every week. Yeah,
nope,
that's ridiculous.
No. That is ridiculous. So yeah, I think like even though yes, it was petty, I think like the showing her, giving her a taste of her own medicine, I think that was actually brilliant like to do, even though like she tried to call the whole world just to figure out where you were.
Yeah,
even your mom,
which obviously I had to be in the house because again my car is there.
Your car is there,
and also you can only lock it from the inside. You can't lock it and then leave. Like, you can only lock it if you're inside.
Wow. She just wanted evidence that...
Yeah, I guess.
That, you locked her out. Everyone has to know.
Yeah, Nia did this. Yeah,
I'm not the right person for that. I don't get publicly shamed. I do my petty things in peace.
That's right. No shame.
I don't feel like I should like insert the title at this point.
No, don't.
For this person, yeah, it wouldn't be
It's
right.
not that bad.
It's not, yeah. And plus, like, I'm friends with the person as well, so that wouldn't be good. Yeah. So yeah. Well, I guess I can share mine. Yay!
Yeah, let's hear
it's
it.
your turn.
I think you guys already know like this. So like how like with me, like each guy, I kind of like labeled them as like Suregi Namjas, like the trash guys, and I gave each of them a number.
Yes,
so, like,
I'm very familiar.
There's a total of I think 6.
I'm not familiar, and I'm like, what's going on here?
Well, get ready for a 3-hour-long episode where Bria tells us in detail.
I know what we're talking about in our next call, because what's going on? I've missed a couple.
Well, like, okay, like you'll get, like, maybe I'll give you like 1.5. So I like of the 6 Suregi Namjas. Well, like I'll introduce them. So like Suregi Namja number 1, some of them need names, but number 1 is the ex-boyfriend before I came here to Korea. Okay, Suregi Namja number 2 is called the coward, which you'll learn about, I guess, eventually.
Okay.
Suregi Namja number 3 is who we're going to talk about now, and he's called Two-Faced, which actually matches with, the theme. Yeah. So he's perfect for this one. And the title. And then, let's see, Suregi Namja number 4. Which one was number 4? This is terrible. Wait. Give me a second.
Wasn't there one dude just like messaging you a lot?
Oh, okay, I got it now. Okay, yeah, so like this one, I think I'm calling him the hot mess, but like I feel like number 1, number 4, number 5 are a hot mess anyway, so I have to figure out new names for them. But right now he's hot mess. And that's the one that messaged you, Ariel.
Oh, yikes!
Yeah, like, terrible person. But you'll learn about him later. Also, quickly about this one, he came back.
He came back. That we'll have to get into that one
again.
He's the reason why my Instagram's on private.
Jesus. Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm putting that in my calendar because we're talking about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about this, dude. And like all of these guys that I'm talking about, they're not even like relationships or anything like that. They're just encounters and all, except for like Sergey Namda number 1, trash guy number 1. But anyway, 5. Oh yeah, 5 was like the Ukrainian, Canadian, whatever dude, alcoholic person. Yes. And then number 6, I just added because like I was talking with another friend about the whole list, and I was like, maybe I should add him to the list. But this was the aggressive, I want to be with you person that I wanted nothing to do with. So, yeah. So that's 6. But we're gonna talk about what number was he again?
Number 3.
3. Yeah. Okay. Number 3, and then I might actually talk about number 4, but like part 1 of number 4, because number 4, as I said, came back. He just keeps coming back and won't stay away.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Literally. So, all right, going into my story. So, you guys are familiar with the app Hello Talk, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So for those who are
Talk.
for those who are not familiar with Hello Talk. Well, this is not sponsored, just to say. But Hello Talk, you can sponsor this. Hit me up. Sponsorship.
If you want a more positive telling of what your app is, you have to pay her.
Otherwise, you're gonna get the full dirty truth.
Bum bum bum. So anyway, for those who don't know, Hello Talk is a app where like if you're interested in like a certain language, like you're able to use this as a way to practice that language, like a platform kind of like Facebook or something like that, where you can like post in this language and people can like correct your your wording or anything like that. You can communicate with them. You can have like DM these persons and like set up being like a language exchange partner and all that stuff. That's how it's supposed to be, but it kind of turned into like the Tinder of the language exchange world. So, but when I initially went on it, of course it was for that reason, language exchange. So in my messages I get this guy, I'm gonna say his name, Josh. So like he goes by the name Josh, and he messages me, and he lives in Jinju, by the way, same place that I do. I'm dishing it all. So
dox him.
He deserves it. Okay, so Josh messages me, and of course like we just like talk and everything like that, and just kind of hit off, a nice friendship and whatnot. And we end up, like meeting up, like we would meet up, we would hang out, we would like eat together or go to like movies and stuff like that together. But it's all in friendship, all in good friendship. But he will also ask for my help as well, because at this time he was a university student, and I think like his last year maybe. He was, I think, a double major, doing one in English literature and the other one was landscape architecture. So he would need help.
Completely different.
Yeah, it's very random. But yeah, he would need help, with like his English papers and all that stuff, just to like someone to like proofread and, like go through it and help him out with that. And he would ask me for that. And I was like, I didn't mind it, like, you want me to go through? Yeah, I don't mind it. So we would like, go to like cafes, and like he would be working on his stuff and I was like looking over his papers and whatnot. And then like, hey,
because Bria is too nice.
Yeah,
too
he would
nice.
have been buying you a drink.
Yeah.
Did he?
People charge money for that.
Oh, I can't remember. I think like he would buy at least like the dinners and stuff that we would go for.
Yeah,
so
at the very least. At the very, because like normally that service is like hundreds of dollars.
Exactly.
So he better have been treating you to a nice dinner, not no McDonald's dinner, like a nice dinner.
I mean, They were all right. They're all right. They're all right.
I just know he was buying her like a drink.
Yep.
Bria's too nice, guys. That's also the moral of the story.
I really am. That's the problem. That's why we have like 6 Suregi Namjas, because I'm too nice. But anywho, so with him, I would just go through, change, correct his papers, and be like, look here, this is why I changed this. Do you understand why I changed this? He'd be like, yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah. So I was like, if you get an A, then that's my A, because I helped you with this paper. That A belongs to me, not you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. But it was all in good fun. So fast forward, with us like just hanging out and everything like that. We also seen a Marvel movie, Ariel.
Oh boy, it's the curse. Korean men and Marvel movies. It's cursed.
No, literally, make it stop.
So like we our first hangout, like we went to see Captain Marvel. We actually went to see that. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, because I'm into that stuff too. And then we caught wind that there's going to be Endgame coming out soon. I was like, oh yeah, so that means like we got to go see that. And he was like, yeah, sure. And then so midterms came around, and then like I understand about midterms. Like midterms, it's a hard time. You gotta focus, you gotta study and everything like that. So like we probably wouldn't talk as often, because at this time like we would kind of like talk every day, or he would like message me like in the morning, like all that stuff, like cool. So he gave me the heads up and was like, yeah, so I probably won't like message you like as much like during this time or at all. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, focus on your thing, good luck. I even sent him like an encouraging like support message before his midterms, like on the day of like his first day of midterms. I'm like, yo, good luck with your midterms and stuff. And he was like, yeah, thank you. I even sent the picture of his like favorite soccer dude, saying like, yeah, he's telling you, like, he's supporting you, like, do your thing. I did that. Things I do from a friend, man. So, he said, so he's like, midterms would be all this week, and then that following Tuesday would be the last day of midterms, and then we would go see that movie that following weekend. I'm like, all right, cool. So then Tuesday rolls around. He doesn't message or anything like that, but I don't think anything of it. But I message him like, yo, how did midterms go? Silence. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, it's fine. Like, he's probably just tired, like all that stuff, there's whatnot. So then come around like maybe 2 days later, like I message, randomly, because he hasn't messaged at all, like usual. But I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, oh, he's probably still tired. So I'll just message him. So I message him and I'm like, hey, we still on for, movies this weekend so we can go see Endgame. Silence. Nothing. No message. I'm like, okay. So then Friday rolls around and I'm like, are you good? You okay?
Are you alive still?
Yeah,
Really?
literally. Are you alive? Are you okay? And it's like silence, no answer. And then like I'm kind of worried, like, cause usually like I'm used to us, him messaging me back instantly. Usually like when I message him, he'll answer just like that, and vice versa. But it's just radio silence, nothing, no response, nothing. So then I call him the next day like that, maybe like in the morning or something like that, but the phone just rings. No answer. Nothing. I'm like, okay. And then after, probably like in that night, I'm like, are you okay? And then still nothing. I was like, well, if you're still planning on going to the movies or not, let me know now, or else I'll just like go by myself. I went by myself.
Yeah.
I went by myself. And I never heard from him again.
That's crazy.
Yay.
So maybe he did die.
No, he's still alive. He's still alive.
Well,
I think,
he's
like,
dead to us.
He's dead to
Right.
us. There is no
Yes.
Josh and Jinju.
Yeah.
No, it's just terrible. Like, it was to the point where I was like very confused and like hurt about it. So I put on Hello Talk, like I made a post. I was like, all right, Korean learners, or not Korean learners, but like English learners, like who are Korean or not, here's a special post, special English learning reading time post. So I post about the whole situation because I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. Like nothing like that has ever happened to me. So I post the whole situation.
You put him on blast on Hello Talk.
Yes.
That's
I
crazy.
didn't understand it. I couldn't understand it. And then everyone who responded, they couldn't understand it either. They're like, what's wrong with him? Like, why did he just, disappear like that? Literally ghosted. Like, like for real. Like, bro just used me just so he can get an A on his stupid papers and then move on to the next person. Yeah. Like, I helped you.
Just said that,
like,
though.
Yeah, like, if you just needed help and that was it, then, like, just be upfront about it. Like, don't try to, butter me up and be like, yeah, I'll treat you to this dinner and that dinner and to the movies and whatnot and be a good friend to you and talk to you every single day and, morning and night, and then I'm just gonna ghost you.
Nonsense.
That's why you get the dinners up front.
That's right.
I ate. I ate.
And the movies. Actually, when you were talking about this, I suddenly remembered that I do remember this entire story.
Yes.
I was like, oh, right, I remember this.
So you are more in the loop than you think you are.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just terrible, though. It's so terrible. It bothered me, and it still bothers me till this day. If you can't tell,
Well, yeah, because it came out of nowhere, and to me, it just shows like a lack of emotional maturity, and
yes,
you can be upfront about it, like in my opinion, now I guess in my speculation, it would just be like he got a girlfriend or something, and he was like, well, I don't want to disrespect my girlfriend by talking to another girl, but he should say something. He shouldn't just ghost you. He could just be like, yo, I have a fresh girlfriend, I'm not playing games, goodbye. Like, even that would be better than just ghosting you, because even if you were like, hey, we can still be friends, like, that's if that's what he wants to do, at least he told you. But
that's what we were, but that's all we were. We were just friends. Like, it wasn't even anything more than that. Like, we were literally just friends. I mean, mind you, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, he's kind of cute, and whatnot. Yeah, in the back of my head. But but it didn't move on from that, because I didn't want it to, to jump the gun right then and there. You gotta let it test you. You gotta wait for time. But he was like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, it wasn't that he got another girlfriend. I think he does this. I think he just does it, with one foreigner and moves on to the next person. Because in his friends, all you can see is just other foreigner girls, and whatnot. So he's that type of guy.
Yep.
Quick question. So Ariel, are you guys against ghosting, or are you a ghoster?
I mean, I personally am a ghoster, but that's because I have poor social skills.
I too am a ghoster, so I was like, I can't even say don't ghost people.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
There's just something should happen before the ghosting.
But here's the thing. If they did what Bria did and they came back to me with follow-up messages, I would respond. I only ghost to one message, and then if you choose not to follow up to that message, then I ghosted you. But if you follow up and you're like, yo, Ariel, get back to me, girl, then I will get back to you. And if I feel that it's a relationship we should not be having, then at that point I would be open with you. I'd be like, hey, I did this for a reason. This is why. Right. I can't continue this with you. But the fact that you multiple times reached out to him and he didn't do nothing, that's what's crazy.
No.
It's he could have at least just been hey, I'm no longer interested. Hey, I'm talking to someone else right now. Instead, he's lying because he knows what he's doing is garbage. So
complete garbage.
Yeah,
garbage.
so that's why he's ghosting. So yes, while I'm technically a ghoster, I feel like it is not to the same degree. I also don't go making friends and then like throwing them away.
Yeah, that's true. I do ghost men. I'm sorry. I do the exact same thing. I've gotten multiple messages and I don't respond. But I will say mine is strictly like if we're talking only, and I feel like that's different because you guys met up and you guys were friends. Like this is like if I'm talking to a guy and it's like you guys know how I am. Like I hate that. And so it's like if we keep talking and we're not saying anything, and then like if they don't respond, if I like say something and they say something and it's kind of like a natural end to a conversation, I'm not saying anything ever again. I don't care what you say to me. I don't care how many times you message. Like I'm done. Because I really wanted to stop, but I feel bad if I just stop like mid-conversation. So I have to like wait for a good time to like stop talking and then never again. But I think the situations...
Yeah, situations are different. Yeah, because like mine was betrayal.
If I'm meeting up with someone and like all the time and we're talking all the time and we like go watch movies together, I'm not ghosting them. That's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, like we were cool. Like from my perspective, like we were actually like cool, like good friends and stuff. It was like good vibes, but like it was all a mask.
Especially because at that point I would really actually think something happened to you. Like I would think that you're like in the hospital somewhere. If we like, if we're really good friends and you stop talking to me. If we're just talking on the phone and you stop talking to me, I just think that you've ghosted me.
Yeah. Well,
but you could be dead. But I wouldn't know.
You know, good, dirty, rotten pig, stealing, two-faced liar, Josh.
That's right, Josh, you suck.
Get it together.
You suck.
I hope you failed your midterm anyway.
Right.
That's right. I hope you failed your finals, too.
I hope you step on a Lego. I hope you step on a Lego.
I hope you stub your toe.
Yeah.
See how nice Bria's being? I hope you step on a Lego. And I was like, I hope you failed your entire class.
I mean, that's pain. Like, geez, that hurts.
It is.
Like, real quick, before like the episode gets super long, I want to like add on. So like this Soregi Namja kind of like flows into like the next one, which I'm only gonna give you like part one of his because there's like apparently it's ongoing because he came back.
Saga. It's an ongoing
this
saga.
This was ongoing. It's ongoing. Like it won't stop. But anyway, so this one was also found on Hello Talk. There's a, you know,
there's a theme
kind
here.
of connection here. There's a theme, yes.
Yeah.
Watch out, everyone. Hello Talk.
I only talk to women on Hello Talk.
I think that's a paid feature now.
Yeah, it's a paid feature, so you can't even. Yeah.
Forget it, Hello Talk. No more sponsorship opportunities because that's crazy.
Monetize women's safety.
Yeah. There's no more positives.
Oh my. We tried. Or didn't. But yes. So anyway, this guy, Hot Mess, we messaged each other, like we talked, we would hang out. And like with this one, it was actually going into like the direction of actual relationship and stuff. Well, so I thought. In my mindset, what Bria's thinking, oh yeah, you know, like the way everything, like you would naturally think this is going in the direction of relationship with us, like talking. He would even like come over, like we would go out to eat, like all that type stuff. So let's see. This was like we started talking, let's say like March of that year, and then all the way to like the end, like towards December, January or whatnot. So yeah, almost like a full year and stuff. Yeah. So like this is like months on months on months of like, you know, consistent talking, going out and all that stuff. So naturally you would think, oh yeah, this is gonna, you know, go into, you know, dating and whatnot. So I bring that up and he's like, I was like, yeah, what are we? And he was like, we're some. Do you guys know what some is?
Yeah. Basically a situation.
It's a little too long. Yeah, that's too long for that, sir.
Yeah, some is like, yeah, so it's like the pre-relationship apparently. He was like, we're not dating yet. We're just like that part before we start dating. Like we're something, but we ain't dating. Like, okay.
Bye.
Okay. Again, Bria's too nice. That's the moral. That's my downfall, apparently. Because meanwhile, you guys are like, yep, bye, deuces, all right. But meanwhile, I'm like,
that deserves an instant ghosting, Bria. That's where you ghost.
That's when you ghost.
Yeah. I'm not the ghoster. I just get ghosted, as we see.
That's not even true, because you don't even answer in the group chat majority of the time. So you're really
that's different.
Really
that's different. Like
really
it's different between like being ghosted and being a ghosty. I'm just a ghost in the group chat. Like I'm there, hovering. I'm hovering.
You're almost there. Just take it one step further and never respond again, and you got it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's because like you guys talk a lot, and then like by the time I want to put in my input, the subject has already changed like twice, and I'm just gonna
you
wait.
Can go
and
back.
Then,
I'm not gonna get mad if you go back.
No,
I do.
No,
I
do.
Not. That's why my paragraphs come in,
she writes
and I'm
paragraphs.
Like, so I answer. So I don't ghost. But anyway, back to the story. So with him. He's like, yeah, we're something. We ain't dating yet. I'm like, all right, cool. So then, let's see. Fast forward to December. So Ariel, this is kind of comes in like, with the problem that you were having. So he's one of the ones, that wanted to focus on his studying because he has like these exams that he wanted to take because he wants to get a good job or better job. So he joined like the study groups where you would study for like 10 hours every single day, and you have to meet up with this group because like they have like the whole video thing where it shows each person in this group studying, and it has the time clock on the corner that shows how long each person has been studying. And he was very, very, very like adamant about studying for these exams and taking this test and all this stuff and whatnot. So I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. So that's very important for part 2 and part 3 and ongoing for for him later. So in December, this is around Christmas, made a plan like to hang out on Christmas. And he would come over, he would stay with me because we would go to church together that following morning. Because I had 2 things that I went to do on Christmas. At church, they do like a potluck type thing and gift exchange in the afternoon. And then that evening, I would go to a friend's house, and then we'd have like a Christmas party, and we'll do the same thing, eat and exchange gifts. He could only make it to one because he still had to put in his 10 hours of studying somehow, So he was like,
Christmas.
Yep. Yep. So he was like, yeah, I can make it to the one at church. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'll see you on that Friday, which will be Christmas Eve. So I was like, yeah, cool. So at work on that Friday, I messaged him like, yeah, I'm excited. You're coming over and whatnot. Silence.
Oh, no.
No message or anything like that. And then later that evening, once I get home, because I was at work, I get home, I'm like, hey, are you still coming over? Nothing. No message.
And this is on Christmas?
This is on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. Because he's supposed to come over. Yeah, he was supposed to come over so we can go, on Christmas the next day.
Yeah.
So then I call him, and so he picks up, but he doesn't say anything. I just hear in the background, like, like dishes and all that stuff, like you're at like a restaurant or something like that. And then there's a shuffle, and then it hangs up. And then there's no message, there's no explanation, there's nothing. And then I don't hear from him at all. Like, at all. Like, nothing. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm done with this dude. So I thought. So come like late January, I get like a message or something like that. I think it was a message, either a message or a phone call or something. And they start speaking to me, and I figure out who it is, but I'm annoyed. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you and stuff. And then he starts talking in Korean, but I get mad and be like, talk to me in English, because I know you can. Because I don't got time for this. And then so he does, and he's like, can I come over so I can explain myself? I was like, I really don't want you to. He was like, please, or like, really wanting to. I was like, all right, fine. And he's like, do you want me to bring you anything? I'll bring you something. Like, I'll stop by the store or something to bring you something. I was like, bring me some water. I need some water because I'm out of water. So
you should have said a Chanel bag. What are you thinking?
Aim higher.
Get a Chanel.
If you bring me a Chanel, you can come over. If not,
you gonna get a Chanel bag from a GS?
Give me a steak.
He can go somewhere else and find it.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really thinking, but I mean, he came over and he instead of bringing like a normal bottle, he brought like the whole 2-liter pack, like 6-pack 2-liter waters.
That's not that impressive, Bria. That is not that impressive. That is like $3. It's $3.
I know it's not impressive. I know. It was just hilarious to me that he did that. So like he comes in, so we sit down and we talk, and he explains what happened on December 24th. So apparently, it was his mom's birthday, and him and his dad. This is
ridiculous.
Sorry.
Ridiculous.
Okay, it was his mom's birthday, but him and his dad didn't acknowledge it like at all, and I guess like his mom felt some type of way, and she went to Busan. Busan is like where her family and all that stuff lives and whatnot. So apparently him and his dad had to go chase down his mom and like bring her back and like take her out to eat and all that stuff, treat her for dinner, hence why I heard all the plates and all that stuff in the background, because that's what they were doing. They're out eating and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, you could have just told me that. Like a simple text message about like what the situation is would have just been, easy and simple, instead of just like not saying anything at all. Hello, communication. Really? Like you can even send it in Korean. I would still understand. Like, come on.
You could have just like, I'm not coming. Like that's 3 words.
I mean, I would have taken that too. Like, just tell me something instead of just like not saying anything at all for like a whole month and some change. Like, come on, just leaving me in the dark. So then after that, he explains why he didn't contact me after that. Like why he just left.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
So he shows me a picture of him in the hospital. so apparently
ridiculous.
Like after all of this, he fell ill and had to go to the hospital because of all like the stress of with this situation with studying, like all of it just came crumbling down on his health, and he had to go to the hospital.
I have a question.
Like,
I have a question. Had he completed his military service by this point?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because they can.
I have another question.
They can snake their way out of it if they prove illness.
That's true.
No, like
my question is, what hospital is this that doesn't allow phones? So I can make sure I don't go there.
No, it has phones. He showed the picture of himself in the hospital.
Yeah, so he could have texted you from the freaking hospital.
Exactly.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
He's literally laying there all day. There's nothing else you do.
There's nothing even else to do.
Exactly. So yeah, but like he was like, yeah, I sent this to my study group too. Like, yeah, I was just like sick and all that stuff. But yeah, that's why I didn't like contact you. So, I'm gonna tell you apart from like part 2, the reason also why he didn't contact me. So apparently he did it on purpose. Like I didn't know this at this time, and he didn't explain this at this time until like part 2 of me dealing with him. But yeah, he later tells me, yeah, I did that on purpose, because I explained to him about the whole Josh situation, because of course it irked me and and everything. And like I'm like talking with him now, and we're cool and everything. So he knows the situation about me and Josh and how Josh ghosted me. So he was like, I did the same thing to you on purpose because I knew it would hurt you.
Canceled.
Well,
Literally
I need
canceled.
his address.
Dox him.
Because some people need to learn a lesson. because what the... I know we agreed not to curse on the show, but Jesus, it's really trying me right now because what's going on?
Yes, but I didn't notice at this time, like during the first portion of like him, like he didn't say this at this time. He said it way later when we had, you know, an altercation or whatnot, which you will learn later. My listeners, you might not learn this. You might later if I decide to tell you. But yeah, as far as you guys know, I'll tell you later. But yeah, apparently he did it on purpose because he wanted to like bring out some, I don't know, like I guess negative feeling like in me. Like he wanted to see things other than like, I guess like happiness from me, or like he wanted to see anger, like he wanted to see other emotions and stuff from me, or
what
like
a psychopath.
Like he's like, he was like, I never seen you like, you know, angry, or I've never like seen you like, you know, upset about like something, or like talk to me and you will. Like, hello, like if you talk to me, you'll see like I go through sad situations or like anything like that. Like if you actually took the time to actually talk to me or get to know me in that way, you would know. You wouldn't have to go to such dirty lengths, you know, to bring that out.
I'd bet like if you had called me on December 26th, you would have seen me very angry. But you didn't do that, so you missed the chance.
Like, who does stuff like this? Like, what? Like I'm a trash. I feel like trash is just attracted like to this. Like, what in the world? Leave me alone. I don't want it.
Huge red flag that he didn't celebrate his own mom's birthday though. Like, what the heck?
Well,
neither
actually,
did his dad.
With that,
I guess
though,
he gets
apparently
it from his dad.
Exactly.
Oh no, like he said that his mom or like his folks, like they don't even really like celebrate their birthdays like that. So like they were kind of like confused when she got all kind of emotional and weirded out by like them not doing anything for her birthday all of a sudden. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds like not the truth.
Yeah, and also there's a lot in Korea of like the mother of the house being severely underappreciated and really disrespected by the male members of the house. Too. So
because she wasn't just mad, she went to her parent, like her family's house.
Yeah, so she was like literally running away.
Yeah, she was really, really angry, and I don't think that's just like all of a sudden she got angry.
Yeah, like, oh, we just forgot her birthday that we never celebrated to begin with. Like, that's... There's more to the story.
Of course. Yeah, but yeah, he's a doozy, so yeah, Nia, prepare for the rest of it. It's gonna be... We'll have an interesting conversation when we catch up.
I'm so excited to hear the rest of this.
You're gonna love all of them, because they're all just a doozy. But yeah, so that's all of our mess. Yeah, Ariel's hiccup, and you know, Nia's. What can we name that?
I don't know.
Nia's I don't know.
In the grand scheme of the other two stories, it wasn't that bad.
You are valid, Nia. Your pain is valid too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It actually was. Like just being locked out, you know.
Yeah, and that could have put your life in danger. Like if someone called the cops on you.
You know what's actually crazy? Is that I wasn't even that mad about that. Like if she would have just apologized, we would have been friends still. Like I wasn't even that mad about it. I was like, but you just have to stop doing this.
An apology is all it takes, guys. An apology is all it takes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Really?
Sometimes.
Well, it depends on the crime. It depends on the crime.
Yeah, it depends on the crime. In her case, an apology is all it took.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm going to skip the other ones because, like, we took a while. Well, I can do this. So, like, in the song... She does give some like uplifting words. Let's see. Can I find it? Okay. So she says, face facts for you. I lost my head. Face that. It's cool. We go again. Can't let these heartless, broken boys win. No. And then in parentheses, we say it again to put emphasis on it. Can't let these heartless, broken boys win. I'm back. I'm on my grind again. Well, she doesn't actually say grind. She says sugar honey iced tea. Yeah. Again. Back to business. Caught my fuel again. You out so I can let me back in. Yeah. Yes. So I just thought very encouraging words. You know.
Very encouraging. Good
I'll be
advice.
on my grind. Yes. Do my thing.
Yeah.
Can't let you, win or let you run my mind or anything like that. I'm just gonna do me. Yes, as we always say. A lot of people always say,
right.
I mean, yeah, because that's the thing. Yeah, you do you. You do you and I do me.
Yep. And know your worth
Know your
in all
worth.
relationships.
And Bria, stop being nice to literal trash.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Guys, seriously, if a sum is lasting more than 3 weeks, it's not a sum. It's a friendship. I don't know what the heck that is, but also utilize ghosting. Please.
Please.
I'm begging you.
Bria, please. I'm on my knees.
My thing is, so if I am completely done with talking with a person, I let them know. Like
Yeah, because you're nice.
like I do, like I have to actually, we have a discussion, like I don't think this is working out, I'm just gonna go. I think it would be best if we, just don't talk anymore or anything like that. Like we have a conversation about it and we mutually leave. So I don't ghost the person. But some of these numbers, I guess they didn't really take that to heart, didn't really
that's the
understand.
problem is you open the door when they come back.
Yeah.
Well, the ongoing one keeps finding creative ways to come back, so that's the problem. I do what I'm supposed to do. I block, but they find creative ways to come back, which you will learn later.
I feel like, why are you still want to talk to me and you said we're not in a relationship? What is even that? What are you doing?
Exactly. I don't know. He doesn't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. So yeah. So do you guys have any ending and encouraging messages about all of this for our listeners?
Love yourself, live your best life, and don't waste time on a man. Or, no, let's make this more inclusive. Don't waste your time on a person that's not valuing you and is not putting effort into the relationship.
Yeah.
Yes. I already said, just know your worth, and everybody goes through hard times. Ending a relationship with any person, any type of relationship is hard, but your feelings are valid. What you're feeling is correct. You don't have to explain why. You don't have to give a reason. You don't have to tell someone that you're not talking to them anymore. You're allowed to just be in your peace and stop talking to people who try to ruin that. And know your worth, and just, I'm really 3 strikes you're out. That really has worked for me in life. 3 weeks is a sum. Anything after that, I don't know what we're doing. And utilize ghosting. I'm telling you, just stop talking to people. It's really not even in your best interest to go back and forth with some people. So that's what I would say.
Well, with the ghosting thing, it's a power, and with great power comes great responsibility. So use it responsibly.
Yeah. Don't be like Josh, but
please
be like
don't
Nia and
friends.
just wait for a lull. Then don't respond anymore.
Be like Nia.
Be like that.
Don't
That's
be like
the
me
moral.
either.
Be like Nia.
Be like Nia.
Be like Bria, but a little less nice.
Okay. Well, I'm learning. With experience, I am learning what to do. So that's all it
sometimes
takes.
you just gotta live and learn. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta learn through experience.
You really do. Yes.
Yeah.
Good luck out there, guys. Be careful. And Josh, if you're listening, you suck.
You
Just
suck.
have to put it out there again. You suck.
Josh, Hiccup, this other guy, any woman as well who does this type of stuff. You guys are the worst. You don't deserve any happiness for as long as you live. Respectfully.
Stub your toe.
Respectfully.
Okay. Yes. And this title is dedicated to you, you no good, dirty, rotten, pig-stealing, two-faced liars. Okay. Beautiful. I love it. All right. So we're going to end this off with promotions and shout outs. So you guys got anything you want to promote or anything you want to shout out? Someone you want to shout out to? Anything? Ariel?
I'd like to shout out to my mental health. Please send help. Please
SOS.
send help. Keep me in your thoughts. Keep me in your prayers for my slipping mental sanity. Thank you.
Same. I think we can all relate. Yep. Definitely. Wait, you gotta promote too. Like, what are you doing artistically?
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, I do want to get an art thing going. I won't say it's fully set up and raring to go yet, but I'm operating under the name LEB Art. So it's LE.B. Art, and B as in the bumblebee. And yeah, I hope to be starting that up eventually, and hopefully next year be moving into a little bit of an art business. So maybe I'll have
Ellie
updates on that. Yes, Ellie is ELLIE period BEE period ART. But I'll keep you updated on that. We're not quite raring to go just yet.
And she does have a TikTok open with a couple of videos on there, so you can get a little taste
Check
of
it out.
Subscribe. Her skills.
Follow.
Yeah, go ahead. She's gonna improve so much, and you're gonna want to be there for the ride. So please subscribe, follow, and remember the name LEB.art. Yes.
Yeah.
She's great. She's very talented, coming up with some cool ideas for games and everything like that. So be on the lookout eventually for that. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Nia, any promotions or shout outs?
I just want to shout out my two lovely friends here who are doing a lot to try to make their dreams come true. And for anybody out listening that's trying to make their dreams come true, we all support you. You can do it.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't do anything, so I don't have anything to promote. But shout out to myself a week from now. Hopefully, I'm still living and thriving after starting my internship. So,
good luck.
That's a wish for the future.
What kind of internship are you doing?
I can't go into details, but I'm doing regulatory work. Yeah, so I'll be in DC. Hopefully, it's not humid. I'm really scared about that, but we'll see.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Humidity is not fun.
No.
Jeez. Well, so yeah, Nia's cool. She's awesome. Like, she's in law school, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Or not
it's
fun.
Not. Don't do it.
It's not fun. But she's great. Like, you finished. Wait, did you finish 1 year, or is it just one semester?
Yeah. No, I finished the entire year, so I have 2 more years. So
oh boy.
You got this. You got this.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yep, so shout out to all those who are in law school. You got this. I know you hate it, and you're like regretting your life decisions and wondering, why did you ever choose to do this? Like, why did you want to suffer like this? Like, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll all be worth it.
Yeah.
In the end.
To all the people entering law school in the fall, advice: don't start a relationship and be like Hiccup, because you will not have time to talk to anyone. So
exactly.
I'm just telling you that right now.
Don't start a relationship just because you're feeling lonely.
Yeah.
Please don't. Don't do that. Yes. But if you have good balance, a good sense of balance, and believe that you can handle it, by all means. But just...
You can't. You cannot.
Try. Never mind.
Don't do it. Just
do
wait.
not do it. Never mind.
Don't do it.
If you think you can succeed, then don't do it. Even if you think you can, according to Nia. She's the expert, so I have to take her word for it. Yes. Alright, and see, for me, any promotions or shoutouts, I have a new mashup. I think I mentioned this in my Pocket Positive. I did create a new mashup. It's between Stray Kids and SWV. It's called Chill Right Here. I recommend you go listen to it.
And it slaps.
It is awesome. Oh, you listened to it? You listened to it?
I did.
Yay.
I did listen to it. I liked your video.
Yay!
I'm one of your likes. Yeah.
Nice. I'm so
It's really
happy.
good.
Support.
I was like, this slaps.
Sweet. It actually kind of sounds sarcastic a little bit, like, I was like, this slaps. Oh my God.
No, I swear.
I believe you, though.
With all of my heart.
Nia, you gotta listen to it.
I know. I just also like to add, guys, I'm not a bad friend. I was out of the country, so that's why I had not. So
It's fine. I'll put it in the group chat. I'll put it in the group chat so you can listen. Send you straight to it.
Give it a like,
For all those who
man.
haven't.
Give
Yes,
it a
for all
like.
those who haven't
Thumbs
listened,
up.
it is great. You should listen to it. It's available on YouTube and on Audio Mac. Audio Mac is a great way to listen to all my mashups easily, like on a music playlist. But if you want visuals, if you want a movie, some scenery, you can go to YouTube. So yeah. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I have for promotions. I think the YouTube that I want to do for Encourage Corner will come eventually. It's still under construction and whatnot. AKA, it's still in my brain. And
That's usually how it goes.
don't worry, guys. When it's ready, you'll know. Probably at the end of this season. But it's okay. It's all right. It's better than nothing. So, woo.
Oh, wait. I do want to give one more shout out to
Yes.
my tattoo artist who is going to give me a bomb tattoo today. So let's all hope that goes well. It's Sailor Moon. It's going to be bomb. I know it's
Sailor Moon?
but
Yeah, hit us
Yeah,
with a
shout
picture.
out to her.
Nice.
I will once it heals because it's going to be like
Is it gonna be big?
really red. No, I don't know yet.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know actually what it's going to be. Everything's up in the air.
We'd love to see it when it's there and ready.
You're right.
Yes.
It's under construction right now in her head. It's like, I just want Sailor Moon.
It's like, no, it's a gotcha.
Oh.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it's a gotcha machine. So that's why I don't know.
Oh, that's fun. I love
That'd be
that.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Brain.
Then it must not have been
Brain.
important.
No, it was important. But then we started talking about, oh yeah, shout outs. Okay. Yeah, Nia, shout out to you actually, because I said I was gonna do this. Shout out to you for being one of the top listeners for Encourage Corner. So,
Yay!
Yes. Ha 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 ha.
Wow.
Yes.
Wait, aren't I supposed to get something?
Ooh.
You got a shout out.
Like a pin? No, I thought there was pins or stickers.
I should do that. Okay, when I
Yeah.
make something, you'll get it.
Okay.
It'll be specially limited edition, handcrafted just for you, my top listener, Yay. You're up there along with Germany. Was it Frankfurt? Frankfurt on Main? Is that how you say it? If it's not, I'm so sorry. But it's in Germany, and it's Frankfurt. And they're like the top country for the listeners all the time. So shout out to my listeners there again. Woohoo! And Nia. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah. Woohoo! Wow, there's like a big sound wave on like my recording thing. I don't know what I did, but it's like it's like huge. But anyway,
Your claps
all
are
right.
too powerful.
Nope, that wasn't it either.
Well,
I don't know what it is, but I'll find out when I go back to listen and edit. So yeah, but thank you guys for doing this episode with me. I really appreciate it so much. So as always, with all of my features, we have to do the ending together. You guys remember how it goes?
you're gonna have to refresh me.
You already know I don't.
Good thing I put teach ending, because I was like, I would have put like remember ending, but I put teach ending and do it together. So I always love doing this because it was hilarious when my brother tried to do it. But so it's yeah, and then we say annyeong together.
Okay.
But your yeah has to be yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know if my voice goes that high. Yeah.
Was it very high?
I'll try my best.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's yeah. Annyeong.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna do a practice round. Here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Annyeong.
Wait, did we do that at the same time? See, I was having this problem with my brother.
I don't know.
and all them because
You're gonna have to edit it in post, my friend. You're just
a
gonna
delay.
have to edit it in post.
All right, we're just gonna go for it. That was the practice round. Here's the real one, and then we are gone. Here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Annyeong.
Bye.